Greetings, Weight Watchers and friends. It's Love It to Love Me, and I'm coming to you with a weekend update. I'm coming to you with this update because I need this update to act as a double-edged motivator. One, to kind of be like an intervention, to be like, okay, I'm coming to my sponsor and saying, listen, I have been doing terribly this week, and I am confessing. And the other thing is for it to be a reset button. Like Lori from Fit and Fabulous Mama, she has driven home this point about, you know what? Reset. Press this reset button. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here to press the reset button once again. And you know what the thing is? Sometimes you have to press the reset button every day, because I've been pressing the reset button every single day. But hey, I'm resetting. I'm resetting myself again today. It's 4 o'clock. So far so good. I think I've eaten two, five, 11 points today. So that's not bad. I had one egg with 2 egg whites. That's 2 points, because it's 2 points for the one egg, 0 points for 2 egg whites. So that's 2 points. And my daughter actually made it for me. Just use a spray in the pan, so that's 0. And then 2 pieces of bacon. Actually, for me, it was like a 1.5 pieces of bacon for 2 points. So that's what I have for breakfast. And then for lunch, I adapted this recipe. I don't know, I actually posted it on my Facebook, and you all might have seen it going around. I can't remember the name of the website, though. I'm really, really, really sorry. I will, if I can remember what it is, I'll come back and put it on here. But it's on my Facebook, and it was a low smart point Monte Cristo. So I just modified that, and I made it lower points, and I just made it a little bit differently. You know how it is. You take a recipe and then you modify it. So I made it a little bit differently. Use different kind of bread and add different things into the sandwich. But it was really good, and it's only 6 points. So that was really good. Okay, so that is how I've done so far today. And I actually made 2 of those sandwiches so that the next time it's time for me to eat, I'll have that sandwich. My daughter and I are going out. We have a lot of things to do. She is going to college here next year. We knew she was going to be going in town, but we thought she was going to be living on campus, but it turns out she's going to be living at home. So we had bought some things for campus, for the bed on the campus. So now we have to just exchange those at Walmart for things for the queen size bed that she has here. And in general, we have to get her bedroom furniture here, because for the most part she was using the guest room furniture and she doesn't really like it. So we're gonna switch that out. And I have things I want to do. I want to redecorate. The whole house needs to be redecorated. So these are projects that we'll be working on over the next 3 months. And just like in Kuwait, I know I've filmed projects. I don't know what all I've posted. I pretty much probably haven't posted anything to do with the house, have I? All these different things, travel, all these different ideas. I had these videos, but I don't think I've ever posted anything. Isn't that weird? Well, I'd like to make a change in that regard. So hopefully you'll be seeing some more lifestyle kinds of videos. One lifestyle video that's coming up that I really, really pray that you'll be able to see is that I am doing some meal planning. And that's what I came on here to talk to you about. My plan for getting back on track is to plan out some meals. I was mentioning that. I mentioned something like that on Instagram, and then the Prim Stitcher here on YouTube responded. I was on YouTube. Maybe that was on YouTube, and she responded saying that, oh yeah, I need to get into meal planning. I need to do some meal planning for July. So that inspired me to say that, yeah, you know what, I should plan for July. So I sat down and I came up with several dinners, breakfasts, and lunches that I'm going to prepare. So for me, what I like to do is I like to do freezer cooking. I think I've told you about this before. I know I've told you about this before, but in case you don't know what I'm talking about, freezer cooking is basically when you cook large batches of food foods and then freeze the leftovers. Most of the time people do it because they have like big families, or if they have something coming up, like they're having a baby, or they know they're going to have surgery, or usually it has to do with a larger family. I'm doing this like right now because it's just, and I started doing it when I had my stepsons were living with me in Kuwait. So I had two stepsons, and my daughter, and my husband. He never really eats at home. So and me. So there were like four of us to feed, and they were teenagers. Like they were like 15 and 16 at the time. So they had to do homeschooling and all this kind of stuff. So like online school, I should say. So I just wanted to not make like food and meals be such like a headache, especially since I never liked to cook before. Thank goodness I've changed and I don't mind cooking anymore. But all things are possible. I just want you to know, like, I hated cooking. Okay, I hated it, and now I don't mind it. But it was because of the freezer cooking. It was fun. It was like this idea of like making these batches of food, and it was really cool. Like, now I even had my system like on the everything like written down on the freezer, and like they would check off what they ate, and it was really cool like to see like them just going in there and grabbing what they needed to eat, and or making little sides to go with it or whatever. I really enjoyed that. So, and then I also found that it's good for me to do that with Weight Watchers. So although at this point I'm just doing freezer cooking for myself for the most part, and then my daughter, whatever it is that she eats, next year, when I leave here in October, I'm going to be doing this freezer cooking for myself. I'm actually not going to do it just for myself. I'm going to do it for my husband. I'm going to like have food for him to go to work with, and hopefully it'll be like obviously it'll be low smart points, and hopefully I'll help him, get rid of his gut that he wants to, his belly that he wants to get rid of a little bit. So there's that. But my point is that I have been off focus this week, and my focus is going to go to freezer cooking so that I can get on focus and have substantial kind of healthy meals for me to make. So I want to tell you what I'm making. I'm going to be making like 3 dishes with using ground turkey. One is going to be the Big Mac attack. I made it the other day. It was so good. So thank you to all the Weight Watcher folks out there who've posted videos about it. I know I saw Weight Watchers with Jessie. I saw and I know I saw like one other lady's video about that, the Big Mac attack. So that was really great. So I'm gonna make that, but of course I'm making a modified version because I just cannot take all those points that are on that on the crescent roll that goes on top. And I understand you can use a low fat, and that's what I did, but I just cannot take all those points. So I'm trying to reduce the points. So I'm making that. I'm making also the cracked slaw, which I think the first person who came up with it was Jessie Staples. I'm not really sure, or was it Miss Kristen G? One of them. Either one. That's Weight Watchers with Jessie, and Mrs. Kristen G is the other lady's channel. But that was the cracked slaw. So I made that the other day too, and it was really good. So I'm gonna make that, and I'm also gonna make another version of the cracked slaw with a different flavor, because that one's like Asian inspired. So I'm gonna try and make it with a different flavor, probably Mexican inspired. For dinner, I'm going to make, I'm going to make the buffalo chicken and bacon bubble up. And I can't remember what the name of the website is that I got that from, but I am going to modify that as well because they use biscuits. And I don't want to use biscuits because I don't want all those points. So I'm modifying it for that one. I also found on Skinny Taste Korean grilled chicken breasts. I'm making them just as they are, because those ingredients that I'm using for the Asian inspired cracked slaw will go together with the Korean cracked slaw. Okay, for breakfast, I'm going to make pancakes. I use the what are those called? The power cakes, the Kodiak Cakes power cakes. But I just make these little silver dollar pancakes. I just make small ones. I like to have like 2 of those at 1 point each, and I just like to have them along with my protein, whatever my protein is, and vegetable, if I have a vegetable for breakfast. So I'm going to make a few of those and just put them in the freezer so I could just grab them, because obviously, that there's time involved in making pancakes. So if I don't have time, if I just need to grab something, I just want to have, a well-rounded something, I'm going to have that. I'm also going to make 2 casseroles, 2 breakfast casseroles. One will be a basically a chicken-based one, breakfast casserole with chicken and potatoes, and the other chicken, potatoes, and cheese, and the other one will be a oh no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a sausage one with chicken sausage and one with bacon. So that's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure that's what I came up with. I'm going to make for lunch these Monte Cristo sandwiches, these modified sandwiches. That recipe is the same, come from the same place as the buffalo and bacon bubble up, but I just cannot remember the name of the recipe site. But anyway, that is on my Facebook page. It's linked, and I'm gonna make several of those though for freezer cooking. I'm gonna look up how to like how sandwiches work with freezer cooking. I'll probably just make like maybe two of them just to make like to put in the freezer just to see how that ends up tasting, and I'm eating it later and testing that out. I'm gonna make burritos. I have a recipe for 3-point burritos. I'm gonna probably beef that up to 4 points though by adding cheese to them. So, but I have a recipe for that. I will link that recipe to this video as soon as I get to that. And I'm thinking about pizzas. If I could find those flatbread pizzas, those artisan breads, if I could find those. I haven't found them in a pizza yet, but if I can find those, I'm going to make some pizzas. So that means I need to make tomato sauce. That's fine. For veggies, I want to make roasted veggies. I want to make cauliflower soup. So I need to pick up cauliflower and then home-style potatoes. Home-style potatoes can go with any meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So that's really good. They can go as ingredients. So that's really good. And, of course, cauliflower soup can go with everything. Veggies can go with everything. And that is it. So that is my big plan. Oh, also I want to make some desserts, but I don't have the desserts on here. I mean, I haven't chosen any desserts. But that's my big plan for freezer cooking. It'll take me several days, probably over this week to do it. So far, what I have done is seasoned the turkey meat and tested out the Monte Cristo. And that's it. But in the coming days, I'm going to continue doing my meal prep, and that is my plan for getting on track. I will have food to grab here and not have to not look to fast food, not look to like snacky, junky foods here. And I just want to say for the record that will be accomplishing half of my goals that I set on Monday. On Monday, which you saw on Wednesday, I set the goal to track everything I eat every single day and to make at least 3 meals where I have more than one meal. So I've done that already. Actually, I've achieved that goal because I made the Cracked Slaw, and that ended up being like I got like 3 or 4 meals out of that. I made the Big Mac attack, and that's you divide that into 4. So I had 4 meals out of that. My daughter had 2. I had 2, and then the Monte Cristo, I actually made 2 of those. So that is good. I made 3 dishes, but I really want to make them like freezer cooking style. But anyway, I'm on my way. When it comes to that, I came here to just be accountable and say I have not been tracking every day. I've been eating like a hog, and I was considering not weighing in this week because I know weigh-ins, when I see the gain on the scale, can make me feel down. But I was blessed today to chat with several of you all. I talked to Vera today, chatting with Vera from Sister on a Mission. I chatted with this lady named Karen. She's a viewer. And I chatted with Pam from Losing to Win. And I'm supposed to be talking with Natalie a little bit later. But speaking with Karen, it made me kind of say, Kanisha from Ms. Still Standing 1113. I have chatted with a few folks today, so that was really good. And I feel like that has helped me kind of like recommit myself and realize that this is serious. I'm part of a community, and people are going to be are asking me how things are going or whatever. And it's good to have some people to reach out to when things are not going well. So that's why I reached out to you, because things have not been going well, and I know I'm going to see a crazy gain on the scale. But I really hope that I'm still committed to going to Weight Watchers tomorrow for 2 o'clock meeting, and whatever the scale says, it says, but I can guarantee that I'm up several pounds this week. Like, seriously, like, this is not a joke. I'm not playing around here. I'm not spending all this time talking to you about nothing. No, it's serious. So, reset.